Hi, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Sagittarius crosswatchers. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's get to your reading to see what the universe has for you. What messages? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles, Empress, yay! King of Cups, hot diggity schmiggity, Page of Cups, Hanged Man, Tower, Five of Wands, and Judgment. So there's my divine partnership. Oh, if this is a love situation, I can tell you right out the gate, it's imbalanced. Because somebody on this side feels like, okay, I might have met my person. I'm going to take my time and get to know them. I love hanging out with them. I love talking to them. I love being with them. And then on this side, the person is like, I don't know. I don't know. I just have so much going on in my life and I still have to do my taxes, right? Like, oh my goodness. And this is here for all the TikTok thieves who steal YouTube readers' content and everybody's content. Five of Swords. I don't know why I pulled that out. We're going to put that back. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so it feels like whomever it is on this side is sure. Whoever it is on this side is still working through the process. They're still trying to figure out. I don't feel like they're trying to figure out if you're the one, Sagittarius, if you believe in that. I kind of feel like they're trying to feel like if they could be who you need them to be. Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Yeah. This, somebody is either being evasive in communication. Look. Three swords on the bottom. King of Swords. Okay. You got the King of Swords here. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. And the Seven of Swords. So it's like they judged, but are trying not to judge, but are continuing to judge, and then saying to you, I don't judge. That's it. Oops, okay. All right. Okay, so this typically, Sagittarius, is your energy, but the roles can be reversed. Always remember that. And I feel like on this side, you absolutely know what it is that you want. I can almost hear some of you saying, I know if I have found it once I see it. I know I've found it once I see it, right? You are taking a very practical, very grounded approach. I feel like you are communicating that to your person. Here's what I want. Here's what I need. It takes me some time. Be patient. I do kind of feel like for some of you, you could have had issues in the past with someone wanting you to over sacrifice for you, right? Or, you know, shower them with love and affection. And you may be saying to yourself, listen, I'm too cute for all of that. Or that's just not my style. Or, I love you and I will show you how I love you, but I can't do that. That's why, by the way, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups are one of three of my divine partnerships. The other two are the Emperor and Empress, and the last one is the King of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. Right? But the Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups here, I kind of feel like you're saying, hey, let's take a real practical approach. Let's get to know each other, maybe date other people before we come together and really commit with one another. That way, when we finally come together, we'll know we are exactly what the other one wants. Okay? And I feel like, again, you are trying to wait and allow things to happen naturally and organically. But I feel like, Sagittarius, whomever you are dealing with, the pressure of the past is creeping up on you, and you could start to project those thoughts and feelings on your new person. Okay? So that basically means that whatever you've gone through in the past, you're starting to think that your new person is the same as your past. Because with the Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords, it's almost like you're remembering those times when you overly sacrificed for nothing, when you wasted your time for nothing. And whomever this person is here, and we're about to get to them, it just kind of feels like um, they could, I don't want to say red flags. It could be red flags, but I feel like, especially here at the bottom, we start to see the swords. I kind of feel like you're starting to see things that are concerning you, and I feel like you're starting to raise them maybe as concerns, right? Whether you just think and see these things in this person and you just file them, right? You take note. You may not say anything, but you file them. Um, but you're starting to see how this person, again, is replicating your past. Now, I have Libra here and I have Aquarius here, also with Taurus, because this is a Venus card, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. And then you have the King of Swords. Yeah, I kind of feel, Sagittarius, either you or someone you're dealing with is being very meticulous about how to move forward in a love situation, about how to move forward with your heart. Okay? Looking for Cancer. Nope, I just have Pisces and Scorpio of the water signs. You have heavy Scorpio here with the King of Cups, the Tower, and then the Judgment. Judgment is a Mars card, Scorpio and Aries. So, yeah, I feel like, Sagittarius, you're receiving pressure from someone to either make a decision about something long term or make some sort of declarative statement about, I can see myself with you forever. Let's, let's commit, right? Somebody is pressuring you to make a decision, but again, it feels like on their side, they're interested in labels, right? Well, I want to know that we're taking this somewhere. I want to know that, we're dating with a purpose, like dating to be engaged and then married and then die together, right? Till death do us part. Um, you could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, another Sagittarius, who, oh, it's security. Thank you, angels. It's all about security. They want to feel secure. It's almost like they're looking for you, and this could be you as well, Sagittarius. Someone is looking for someone to make a declarative statement so they can feel validated and or secure. I'm not going to date anymore. I feel like I just want to be with you. That's an example of that declarative statement that someone is needing to feel and to hear. But I feel like with the King of Swords here and the Empress, right? That's making a decision on how to grow and expand this love affair. This love affair could be, wow. Angels just said this might be new. Maybe 5 weeks you guys have known each other. Could be longer, shorter, right? 5 days. But I feel like ah, there's also communication issues here. Yeah. So I was about to say, I just feel like one person knows what they want, the other person's still trying to figure it out. The person who knows what they want is not necessarily saying, hey, crosswatcher, I want you, but they know what they want for themselves. Okay. And not only do they know what they want for themselves, but they also have a process to back that up, right? I just want to get to know you, right? I just want to see where this goes. The other person is like, giddy up, Mitch. Let's go. Let me know you just want me. Let me know you want to date me. Let me know you're going to commit. Oh, child, whose reading is this? And I can tell you right out the gate, the past is a factor in this situation. Anytime I pull out the Seven of Swords, right? If you look at the Seven of Swords, he's looking behind. He's acting like he's moving forward. Like, yeah, we can do whatever. We can move forward. We can get to know each other. But they're realistically, what's happening is they're looking back at the past to make sure it doesn't repeat itself in this new person. And I feel like y'all are both doing that, by the way. You are both doing that. You want to take your time and get to know them to make sure they're not crazy, they're not codependent, they're not a narcissist, right? All of the psychological terms. You want to make sure that's the case. And this person is not wanting to give you too much time because they gave their ex 5 years and, they never committed to them, right? So definitely every time I see the Seven of Swords, it kind of feels like you guys are going back and forth between your past and your present, and you're trying to figure out how to judge, how to gauge this person. I know. My angels just said, pay attention to how you feel around each other. When you're with this person, are they expressive? Are they emotionally available? Are they emotionally expressive? Are they intelligent? Are they funny? Are they kind? And I feel like this person is doing exactly that. They're observing. They're observing. This person, on the other hand, is a cowboy or a cowgirl. And like I said, they're like, giddy up, Mitches. We ride at dawn. You know what I mean? Because this person, to an extent, is feeling either insecure or unstable. I don't know why they're unstable. They have a different perspective on long-term love. I feel like this person could be more infatuated and they fall into an infatuation instead of taking a more intellectual approach um, and paying attention to the signs. This person could be egotistical, you know what I mean? And they could talk about wanting security and wanting something long term. However, they could be a little dramatic with their approach. So this person has an approach on how to get what they want. This person is just flying by the seat of their shoestrings. Ooh, big um, chunk of cards fell in my lap. So, what do you guys need to do to make this grow? How do you Yeah, somebody over here is looking to get married. They're looking for a life partner. But again, they're not going to decide on a life partner in 5 weeks. No. That's the quickest way to get divorced, by the way. My opinion. Speaking of which, there's a justice card. Uh, There's a justice card. These are Lost Soul, by the way. They're on Amazon if you're wanting to purchase. Mm, the High Priestess. Look at that. Justice and the High Priestess. So that just kind of says to me, um, again, listen, pay attention to how they make you feel. Observe more than talking more, than saying, I like somebody who's funny, right? You don't have to say that to somebody who's already funny and makes you laugh. If you want somebody who's funny and a person that you're with, you're observing that they don't make you laugh, that may not be the humorous person you were looking to meet, and that's okay. The Knight of Cups. I have the Knight of Cups on this side, which kind of implies that you got the Justice. Yeah. I feel like you both are looking for love. You both want love. You're both ready to give love. The question is, can you get past all of these past triggers in order to get to that reciprocal love, right? So right now, you guys may be unpacking your pasts in this situation, and you're saying, can we get through it? Can we survive it? And it looks like from the Justice card with the High Priestess, or Justice, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups, you're supposed to. It's just going to require a lot of communication, a lot of honesty, a lot of, hey, Todd, when you said that, it kind of reminded me of when my ex did that same thing. And with my ex, I found out when they said it is because they were deceiving or lying or cheating. What's the story with you, right? It's okay to think that your new person has the same habits as your old person. It's okay to perceive that, okay? But clarity, maturity says, hey, new person, when you said that, what did you mean? Right? Maturity says, hey, let me do a deep dive. Let me do some investigating to make sure and or validate if my new person has some of the same habits as my past person. If your new person has the exact same habits from your past person, you have not healed. That is a clear indicator that you're attracting the same things you hate over or dislike over and over and over. And you're always going to attract the highest forms of energy. So if you hate smokers, that's all you're going to attract. If you hate, third parties, or you don't want no married people hitting on you, that's exactly what you're going to attract. The hour is energy, right? It's the energy of the universe that says whatever dominates is what you're going to attract. So, if you want to know again if what you're attracting is something you have already attracted, number one, investigate. Number two, if it's the exact same, you need to heal. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If the reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are open. The link is in the description. I love you guys. Bye.